What's up, guys? Matt with Bam Ranch. Welcome back. So, y'all probably have noticed that I haven't posted any videos in it's been over a month. And there's a reason for that. And kind of have a pretty significant announcement for me anyway. I don't know if it matters to y'all, but we've been really busy. And I think it's for the better. Go ahead and cut to the point. Well, my wife and I decided that we needed to pick up and move. So we bought a homestead. That's where I'm sitting right now on this beautiful but a little bit chilly Sunday morning. And this is a big deal for us. And hang with me because I'm going to get to some points about this that are actually going to affect all of or most of you as well. So bear with me for just a minute. It's a little bit of the background story. um, the place we were at before, when we moved to that place, it was exactly where we needed to be. It was perfect for us. It was what we needed, and nothing more, nothing less. Fast forward, what is it? 8 years, I think, is what we figured. 8 years or so. And along comes some restrictions for the area. It was a neighborhood type area, but it was separated from town by, like, I don't know, 12, 14 miles. So we started getting some restrictions, and you can't do this and you have to do that, and it started to become evident that it wasn't where we needed to be anymore. So we went on the search to find something else. And I'm pretty sure that y'all have seen the real estate market recently. It's not a buyer's market, right? And the inventory is pretty low. Everything gets snatched up real fast. And we looked for, I don't know, I think we found something pretty quick, and we were still looking for like 6 months before we found this piece of property here. We had a few things in mind. We wanted to be, obviously, out in the country, right? We wanted to not have any restrictions on what we can do. We wanted to, if I want to build a barn, back off that way, or a shop, I wanted to be able to do that. I wanted to be able to park my trailers here and not have to worry about somebody, threatening to kick me out of the property because of that. None of the HOA crap. I didn't want to mess with any of that. We've done that before. We needed a place to ride our four-wheelers. I can go out here, right, actually right where I'm sitting right now, and shoot my pistol, and nobody cares. It's okay. So we were looking for that, the no restrictions country, in the country style home. My daughter's a senior in high school. We weren't really wanting to change school districts. Now, as far as location, yes, we wanted to be out in the country. We wanted to be somewhat separated from town. But at the same time, my wife and I, we want to be able to run into town and have a drink or have dinner and make it back home at a decent hour, right? Where we're far enough away from town we can't see or hear it, and it's a little bit of a drive to get there, but it's not an inconvenience. And so, of all of those things, including budget, right? Oh, good gosh, houses that were $90,000 or $300,000, it's budget played a big part in it. We wanted enough land that we were able to, that would do everything that we needed and give some room to expand later in the future. Like I said, put up some buildings and fence it off and have some small livestock. We're not on some vast, huge ranch right now. But that's not what we needed. And I didn't want the property taxes that came with that either. So we settled on this spot. I shouldn't say we settled on it because we really like it. It's not perfect. Like everybody else that's shopping on a budget, there's a few things that need to be done, and there's a few things that you look at the previous owner that was here, and you're like, why did they do that? But anyway, we closed on this property toward the end of October, and here it is toward the middle of November. I'll show you guys around sometime, but right now it's a total mess, and my wife would kill me if I showed all that to the public. But you'll see it as we get to doing some projects. We're going to do a whole lot more of the homesteading stuff, because prepping is, in my mind, the pinnacle of preparedness is being able to have a homestead where you can start producing some of your own inputs, right? Food, water, income, maybe if it's not full-time income, right? But being able to have a homestead, to be self-sufficient, is important. And I think now I'll kind of get into some of the things that apply to people that are not me and my family, right? So we just moved to a new homestead. So what does that mean? Well, it means we're starting over, like from nothing. The people who had this property before cared nothing about preparedness or homesteading or anything like that. Let's see, I don't know if y'all be able to see it because of the light. Oh, is the light gonna cooperate? But all back there, yeah, you can't see nothing. It's these, patios and, rock gardens and ridiculous stuff like that that serves no purpose other than looking pretty, right? And that's the way this whole property is. It was set up for, looking nice, looking, trendy. And while that's important, it's not our main focus, right? There's nothing wrong with any of that, but it certainly had no plans on, chickens or gardening or any type of self-sufficiency. So we're having to build that from scratch. My wife and I have a average income, probably much like you guys. And we did it anyway, right? We've got expenses and, insurance and all that other stuff, and price of groceries and fuel and this terrible real estate market. We were facing all of that stuff too. But we figured it out and we did it anyway. And the main point in that is I am an exceptionally average person. We are an exceptionally average family. And we were able to figure out how to do this and not live completely house poor, right? It took some effort. It took a lot of effort, actually. A lot of sacrifice. But there's no reason you can't do that as well. We had a good bit of food stored up. Well, we didn't really want to move all of that. And we were trying to save money. So we actually ate most of that. We still have a little bit, don't get me wrong. We didn't. Of course, the air conditioner's going to kick on, or the heater. Hope that's not drowning me out too bad. I'll move a little closer. But all of those struggles that everybody talks about, well, I can't because we have those issues too. And we did anyway. My wife and I, we both have full-time jobs in the city. But we did it anyway, right? Yeah, we're, 12, 15 miles or so from, our jobs. But we did it anyway. We figured it out. And you're going to see a whole lot more of the homesteading stuff on this channel. I'm still going to do the preparedness stuff and the, all the stuff that I normally do. But now that we've got this place, we're going to build this homestead together. Y'all are going to come along with me. Because if this goofy dude can do it, man, nobody else has any excuse. Y'all are going to come along with me. It's going to be a long process. We're not made of money. I can't just go down and, buy a whole bunch of stuff. I'm on a budget just like everybody else. But I hope you guys can subscribe and start following along with this. It's something we're really excited about. And there's going to be a lot of learning stuff for all of us, for you, for me. And this isn't really the first time I've done this. I've lived on 6 acres. I've lived on 260 acres. I've lived on a third of an acre. I've been in the second story apartment. So I've actually done this, a little bit before. I have at least a cloudy idea of what I'm doing, and we're going to build this out to be as self-sufficient of a homestead as we can. We're going to capture our water. We're going to raise our own food. Not all of it, because that's just not practical. That's not the lifestyle I want to commit to, right? We're going to do a whole lot of like home repair stuff because that's important. Being able to fix stuff that's broken around the home. There's a lot of unfinished projects around this place, so there'll be plenty of opportunity for that. Well, I guess I'll cut out of here since I'm kind of rambling on, but I hope you guys enjoy the ride. And until next time, you be safe.